So let me set up how we got to this comment, and then let's talk about this comment. As you may have seen by now, down in the Jacksonville area, there was a black gentleman who got pulled over by the police. He refused to get out of his car or show his ID. He was insisting on seeing a supervisor. The result of that interaction was the police busting out his driver's side window, punching him in the face, dragging him from the car, punching him a few more times, and then throwing him to the ground and arresting him. Then, sometime later, I saw another interaction with police in a different part of the country. Two cops interacting with a white guy who was resisting arrest in a physical manner, not just sitting there with his arms up, peacefully resisting, but actually tussling back with the cops, so much so that the point when, while they were wrestling around with one another, the white gentleman that was being attempting to be arrested by the cops actually grabbed a hold of the officer's belt, which is a huge no-no in the world of interaction with the police. I did a video saying, got to be white to get that kind of treatment. That's how cops interact with white people in this country. This is how cops interact with black and brown people in this country. And this person rightfully pointed out that these are different cops, and then said, don't let a bunch of bad cops make the good ones look bad. And you're right, those are different cops. They were different cops in a different situation, a different town, a different state, I believe. But here's the problem. A, it's not a one-off. We see time and time and time and time again that when black people resist even the slightest, so much as just sitting there like this, it results in them getting punched, dragged from the car, beaten, and handcuffed. But when you see a white guy that puts up actual physical resistance, not one punch is thrown at that guy. Not one. That's not the only instance in this country where we see it. We've seen black guys get shot because they had a BB gun in their hands, where white guys are walking down the street with a literal AR-15 slung over their shoulder, and cops stop and have a chat with them. It's not like this is just a once in a blue moon scenario. Furthermore, this comment that you made, don't let a bunch of bad cops make the good ones look bad. You're right, not every cop is bad. There are actual good cops out there. But the problem that we have is that those good cops, they don't ever call out those bad cops. Those good cops don't ever say to internal affairs, hey, these guys are crooked. Those good cops don't ever wind up in a courtroom testifying against their men and women, or their brothers and sisters in uniform. Those good cops, they stay in the cone of silence, and they don't ever say anything about the bad cops, which makes the good cops bad cops also. Because if you're not willing to call out the corruption in your own ranks, if you're just going to turn a blind eye to the corruption and the violence and the evil that happens amongst your own fraternity of officers, then you're not a good cop either.